Picture this, brother. You're sitting alone in the room where everything once felt warm. The lamp in the corner glows softly, the same way it did when she used to sit beside you. But now the air feels heavier, like the walls absorbed every word you regret. She said she forgave you. She said it was okay. She said she was over it. But her energy changed long before her words did. Something subtle, a hesitation, a quietness, a shift behind her eyes. And your soul knows something isn't the same. Because women forgive with their logic, but remember with their biology, their dopamine, their cortisol, their emotional survival instincts. A woman's nervous system is ancient, older than culture, older than language, older than her own awareness. And once her nervous system registers pain from you, it never truly forgets it. She may stay, she may try, she may fight for the relationship. But a version of her, the version who trusted blindly, that version dies quietly the moment you hurt her deeply. Most men never even notice the exact moment it happens. But she does. Her body remembers. There is always a tiny flicker, barely noticeable, when she stops seeing you as the man she could surrender to and starts seeing you as the man who could hurt her. She'll still talk to you. She'll still laugh at your jokes. She'll still sleep next to you. But her heart stays a few inches further away each day. And it's not because she wants distance. It's because her instincts are whispering, protect yourself. Women don't store memories like men. Men store events. Women store emotions attached to events. A phrase you said 3 months ago that you forgot, her body remembers the emotion it caused. The disappointment, the fear, the betrayal, the confusion. Her forgiveness is something she gives mentally, but her nervous system has its own rules. Sometimes she forgives you because she doesn't want to lose you. Sometimes because she believes in who you can be. Sometimes because she wants the relationship to survive. Sometimes because she's just tired of the fight. But her smile changes. Before the hurt, her smile carried trust, softness, and warmth. After the hurt, her smile carries caution, awareness, and the silent question, can I still be safe with you? A woman can love you with her whole heart and still guard herself at the same time. That's what men don't understand. Every woman has a silent, emotional ledger, not something she consciously writes down. Her biology writes it for her. A forgotten birthday, a harsh tone, a slammed door, a flirtatious message you deleted, an apology that felt half-hearted, a moment she needed you and you were distracted, a night you dismissed her feelings. Each moment becomes a tally mark in her subconscious. And no, you don't notice it, because men move on once something feels resolved. Women move forward while carrying the emotional imprint. That imprint becomes the silent tension between you. There's a moment, brother, where she begins to withdraw emotionally. It's not dramatic, it's not loud, it's not a fight, it's something much quieter. She hugs you, but her hands rest differently. She looks at you, but her eyes don't linger as long. She listens, but her attention feels divided. She responds, but not with the same lightness. She's not angry. She's not punishing you. She's adapting. Her nervous system is recalibrating itself, building emotional armor she never wanted to wear. Ask her if she's still hurt, and she'll say, no, I'm fine. But the word fine holds the weight of every unsaid sentence. Her silence after fine tells you everything you need to know. She's not lying. She's just afraid that telling the truth will start another argument, or push you away, or make her look dramatic, or prove to herself that she's still wounded. So she buries it, but buried emotions don't disappear, they ferment. Think about Mark. He told his girlfriend a small lie, something he assumed would be forgotten. She forgave him that same night. No screaming, no drama, just a quiet, okay, I understand. But for the next 3 years, every argument ended with her saying, I just don't feel the same trust as before. She wasn't choosing to bring it up. Her nervous system was. Or Jason. He emotionally hurt his girlfriend during a rough period in his life. She forgave him, loved him, supported him, even moved in with him. But one morning, she looked at him and realized she felt nothing. Not love, not hate, not anger, just emotional emptiness. Because her forgiveness had been logical, but her biology never reopened the door he closed. That's the quiet tragedy men never see coming. Psychology supports this. The body keeps emotional score. Dopamine reduces after betrayal. Cortisol spikes during distrust. Neural pathways change after emotional pain. Women don't just feel hurt, they store it. Not mentally, chemically, physically. Forgiveness calms the storm, but it doesn't reset the ocean. And here's the part most men miss. Even if she stays, she recalculates your emotional value. Loyalty becomes cautious. Love becomes protective. Intimacy becomes conditional. Not because she doesn't care, but because she no longer feels safe giving you the softness you once had access to. Her heart builds armor around itself, thin at first, almost invisible, but over time, it thickens. Not out of malice, out of survival. Triggers become landmines. A tone that resembles the argument, a delayed reply, a location, a phrase, a behavior that mimics the past. Suddenly her brain replays the entire wound in less than a second. Forgiveness doesn't delete the file, it just moves it to the background. But stress brings it right back to the foreground. That's the loop she lives in long after you think everything is normal. Men think a relationship is dying when she yells. But the truth is, a relationship dies when she stops yelling. When she stops arguing, stops correcting, stops complaining, stops saying what she wants, stops expressing disappointment. That's not peace. That's emotional resignation. That's her saying silently, I no longer expect anything from you. And brother, that is far more dangerous than anger. She might still sleep beside you, still bring you food, still say I love you. But something inside her is pulling away, inch by inch, word by word, night by night. She laughs with you, but the laughter feels thinner. She kisses you, but the kiss doesn't carry her full heart. She touches you, but the connection feels filtered. She's acting out the relationship instead of feeling it. Society teaches women to be patient, be forgiving, be understanding, hold things together. So she performs forgiveness long before she actually feels it. But underneath that performance is a quiet, growing resentment that even she doesn't fully understand. It grows roots, deep, silent, invisible, until one day she sees you differently. Not with love, not with hate, but with neutrality. And neutrality is the death of romantic attachment. Every woman eventually hits her emotional limit. It might take months, it might take years, but once she crosses that threshold, something irreversible happens. She doesn't shout, she doesn't warn you, she doesn't break down, she simply detaches. A man sees it as a sudden collapse, but to her, it was a slow erosion. The 1,000 small wounds she pretended to forgive. The 1,000 moments she acted okay. The 1,000 times she swallowed her emotions just to keep the peace. And the day she finally leaves, emotionally or physically, is the day she realizes she's been living in survival mode instead of love. Here's the painful truth, brother. Women forgive actions, but they don't forgive the emotional shift those actions created inside them. If you made her feel unsafe once, her instincts will always guard against you. If you broke her trust once, her subconscious will always watch you. If you made her cry from betrayal once, a piece of her heart will always remain cautious around you. She might stay, she might love you, she might rebuild, but she will never return to the emotional innocence she had before you hurt her. That version of her is gone forever. But here's the part men forget. You can rise. You can rebuild yourself. You can become a man so disciplined, so stable, so emotionally grounded that her nervous system slowly relaxes again. Not through apologies, not through begging, not through promises, through consistency, through behavior, through unbreakable discipline. Become a man whose presence makes forgiveness unnecessary. A man who doesn't repeat the mistakes. A man who is predictable in the right ways. A man whose actions speak so loudly that her biology slowly starts to trust again. And if she still leaves, if she still walks away, remember, it wasn't the single mistake that ended it. It was the version of you who made that mistake. The version you outgrew too late. So become better than that man. For your future. For your peace. For the life you're destined to build. Brother, if there's one thing you take away from everything you just heard, let it be this. You are allowed to walk away from the people who only pretend to love you. Life is too short to keep bleeding for someone who stopped caring the moment it no longer benefited them. Not everyone who smiles at you carries loyalty in their heart. Some people survive off the softness of men like you, but never protect you in return. You owe it to yourself to heal, to rebuild, to rise, not for revenge, not to prove anything to anyone, but because your soul deserves peace. Your mind deserves clarity, and your future deserves the version of you that finally stopped apologizing for wanting genuine love. You were never asking for too much. You were asking the wrong person. And one day, you'll look back at this moment and realize it was the turning point, the quiet awakening, the moment you stopped believing in the fantasy of forgiveness and started believing in your own worth. The moment you stopped chasing closure from someone who never had the emotional depth to give it. So wherever you are listening from, remember this. Protect your heart, guard your silence, strengthen your spirit. Some losses are blessings in disguise, some endings are freedom, and some goodbyes save your life.